Joining me now, the man fighting for it, Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Walker. Herschel, great to see you tonight. Now, what should the priority be for GOP leadership? Mitch McConnell seems to want to cut deals with Chuck Schumer. And conservatives out there are saying, wait a second, what about the principles we care about?
Well, I think some of the first thing we should think about is the reason I decided to run is we the people, not we the government. And that's the problem we have. That's one reason I decided to run. Had nothing else. I just saw that the Georgia people, I saw that the people of the United States were being mistreated. They're spending our money when we don't have any money. They made us unsafe by giving up our energy. Then right now they got this border wide open, and you hear Chuck Schumer talking already about bringing more people in. Well, we got to secure this border. Right now, fentanyl is killing a lot of our young people from 18 to 45. And I think you need new leadership. We need new leadership all the way around. That's the reason I said when I'm going to Washington, I'm going as a leader, because I represent the people of Georgia. That's all. I don't care about anything else. And right now, the people of Georgia and the people of the United States need representation in Washington.
Now, your opponent, Warnock, is warning that something very fishy is afoot about the looming runoff. Watch this.
I've had to stand up time and time again when we've seen efforts at the federal level and at the state level to make it difficult for people to use their voices. Some of the most suppressive parts of SB 202 apply to the runoff being held in the state of Georgia right now.
Herschel, are these conspiracy theories?
Well, first of all, he's continued to try to separate and divide. SB 202 was passed a long time ago. He's known about it. So don't try to change the rules in the middle of the game. Right now, we're in a runoff. So do your job. Get out and see your people. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting out to try to get the people to get behind me because we need new leadership. He's went to Washington, and he's represented no one but Joe Biden. He went to Washington, he's forgot about the Georgia people. That's the reason I decided to run. But right now, he's trying to divide again with racism, that everyone is being mistreated. Well, first of all, let's try to bring some integrity back to this election system. Right now, I'm upset. People couldn't even count votes. We can get that straight. But at this time right here, the rules are already set, so let's not try to change them. What we do is we do what we have on the books, then you go and you try to change it. Do not throw it on the people. This has nothing to do with the people. This has to do with the leaders that we put in Washington. And we put a weak leader with Senator Warnock in Washington to do nothing but go with Joe Biden or go with what they're telling him to do. Well, Herschel Walker is not that man. That's the reason I encourage everybody all the time. I said, they're trying to buy this seat. Go to teamherschel.com. You will see a fighter. I'm a fighter. I have nothing in this fight except my family. And that's the people of the United States of America. That's the Georgia people. And that's what I'm going to Washington to do, is to fight for those people there.
Herschel, great to see you tonight, as always. Thanks so much, and good luck.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.